Jordan was always on my bucket list and is one of the most diverse countries to travel to.
You're welcome, India!
Jordanians are so friendly and such warm people. No one is a stranger for them.
This is Muattas from Jordan Union Drivers Company. Hi.
We visited Jordan during the month of March, which is a wintry time in Jordan. Our first destination was the Dead Sea, and on our way our driver stopped by to get us some hot coffee to fight the chills.
Oh my god. So we're gonna have some nice Turkish coffee. നല്ല തണുപ്പാണ് ഭയങ്കര തണുപ്പാണ് Thank you, Mr. Muattas.
Once we had reached our hotel, the Dead Sea Spa Resort, we decided to head out for breakfast and then start our day.
We're going for a breakfast.
The hotel that we stayed in had access to the Dead Sea, so we decided to try floating on the sea and trying out the Dead Sea mud bath. This is Mr. Tariq. He was our driver for the next few days, and trust me when I tell you that Jordanians love their Bollywood music. After checking out from our Dead Sea hotel, we headed off to Petra. On our way, Tariq decided to show us the baptism place of Jesus. On our way to Petra, we stopped by a cliff where we could see the edge of the Dead Sea covered by thick layers of blinding white salt covering the rocks. On the opposite side of the cliff, you will see Mount Sodom, which is a mountain mentioned in the Bible where Prophet Lot's wife was turned into a pillar of salt. Built only yards away from the Byzantine monastery is this museum in Ghwair E Safi that commemorates Prophet Lot's cave and items recovered from 4,500 to 5,000 years back. After a long drive of 3.5 hours, we reached the red city of Jordan, Petra. With the Jordan Pass, you get free entries to the tourist attractions here in Jordan.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hello.
Jordanian.
Yes. So we have decided to walk towards the Treasury in Petra without any guide or any help. So hopefully we make it all the way there.
After a long walk through the Sikh, you see a beam of the Petra Treasury or Al-Khazni through the rocks. Carved out of a sandstone rock face, this is one of the most elaborate temples in Petra, a city of the Nabatean kingdom inhabited by the Arabs in ancient times. Petra is also one of the new 7 wonders of the world.
So we're done with Petra. It was a beautiful day. So we've seen one of the 7 wonders. Going back to our base where our car is parked. Freshen up and head off to Wadi Rum. Min ismik?
I am Nasir.
Nasser?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. What's your name?
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
You're welcome!
So this was our accommodation while at Wadi Rum, a typical Bedouin tent, living the life of a minimalist. This camp is called Jamal Rum Camp. Our dinner was a typical Bedouin style Zarb or barbecue, where Bedouins cook their food underground in earthen ovens or metal barrel. For centuries, Bedouins in the whole Arabian Peninsula cooked their food using the Zarb style. Zarb is one of the delicious treasures of Bedouin culture.
So we have woken up early morning to witness the sunrise here in Wadi Rum.
Further into the desert of Wadi Rum, you can see the carving and inscription on the rock commemorating Lawrence of Arabia, the British officer and archaeologist T.E. Lawrence in the desert of Wadi Rum, also known as Valley of the Moon. And this is also one of the movie locations of where the movie Lawrence of Arabia was shot. After a beautiful drive and walk through the desert, our driver Mohammed took us to a Bedouin's tent nearby for a typical Bedouin experience with some amazing Bedouins and some amazing herbal tea.
Good morning.
Good morning. Huh?
Bye!
Thank you.
After our stay in Wadi Rum overnight, we headed out to the city of Amman, the capital of Jordan, and our first stop was the cave of the 7 sleepers.
This is the graves of the sleepers.
What is the graves?
Yeah, after they slept, then they woke up, then they died. The people in that time buried them here. This is one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth at the back. Here 4 graves, and there 3. So that's 7, and 6 now.
After our visit to the cave of 7 sleepers, we headed out to our next accommodation, the luxurious House Boutique Suites located in downtown Amman.
So this is our first night in Amman. We're just stepping out to explore explore the city at night. So right now we are headed off to Rainbow Street.
So this is our last day in Jordan, and we decided to explore the city and do some last minute shopping as well as visit some historical sites. Our first stop was the Amman's Roman Theatre, which is a 6,000 seat 2nd century Roman theatre, a famous landmark in the Jordanian capital, which dates back to the Roman period when the city was known as Philadelphia. Our next stop was the Temple of Hercules, which is a historic site in the Amman citadel in Amman. It is thought to be the most significant Roman structure in the Amman citadel. This is the Umniah Palace, which dates back to the Neolithic age. It is a restored 8th century palace, which is a shining example of ancient Umayyad architecture. This palace is one of the most famous archaeological buildings not only in Amman citadel but in all of Jordan. Our last stop is the visit to the King Abdullah Mosque, which was built between 1982 and 1989 and is capped by a magnificent blue mosaic dome beneath which 3,000 Muslims offer prayer.
So right now we've come to King Abdullah Mosque. It's so beautiful. So there are some entry restrictions and procedures that you need to follow. What's your good name?
My name is Marah. And you will find that almost of the projects, it's handmade. It's done by local people. Dot by dot mosaic and painted, normal painting.
And they're going to say goodbye to Jordan. Jordan has been beautiful. The people are beautiful, friendly. Now, Mr. Tariq.
Hello.
Hello.
Before we had head out to the airport, we did a last stop at a Sheesha parlor on top of the Amman National Park. This place is very scenic and we just wanted to wind away some time before catching our plane.